Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it.
Mijo, We Bend, Not Break, opens as a multi-generational story about inherited silence, migration, and the long, uneven labor of becoming a different kind of man. Author Francisco Castillo begins in drought-stricken Michoacán with Joaquín, a boy starved for tenderness, then follows him across the border into California through fieldwork, fear, fatherhood, and the psychic aftershocks of survival. The book keeps widening from there, tracing how masculinity, trauma, family memory, and healing move from one generation to the next without ever feeling schematic. What stayed with me most was its belief that resilience is not hardness, but the stubborn decision to remain reachable. What I admired first was the book's emotional architecture. Castillo understands that generational damage rarely announces itself with grand speeches. It shows up in the hand that doesn't quite reach back, the hug withheld, the child who learns to read distance as weather. Joaquín is drawn with real pity, but not indulgence, and Antonia emerges as more than a counterweight to him. She is flint, witness, and moral pressure. I felt the novel's strongest current in the scenes where love exists before the characters know how to perform it. That gives the book an ache that feels earned rather than manufactured. I also liked that the prose aims higher than plain utility. At times it's lush, but more often it lands on sharp, memorable images. Labor as a language, silence as inheritance, tenderness as something nearly unbearable to touch. There are moments when the sentiment edges close to overflow, yet the book repeatedly recovers because its core insight is so recognizable. People can mistake emotional deprivation for strength, then spend a lifetime trying to unlearn the error. By the end, I felt I had read not just an immigrant family story, but a study in repair, crooked, incomplete, and therefore convincing. I would recommend this to readers of family saga, immigrant fiction, literary fiction, historical fiction, and trauma and healing narratives. It will likely speak to readers who respond to the intergenerational emotional intelligence of Sandra Cisneros, or the intimate family gravitas of The House on Mango Street, though Castillo is writing in a broader, more openly restorative register. This is a book for readers who can bear tenderness without mistaking it for softness. Its deepest argument is simple and durable. What we inherit may wound us, but it does not get the last word.
Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.